Hey, what up? It's your boy Jack Spade. Alright, so today, you won't believe who I got coming through. Go ahead, guess. Nope. Nah. Never mind, you'll never guess. I have Ableton coming through. Not the actual software, the humans that make the software. You know what I'm saying? So who's coming through exactly? How about the founder, Gehard? I believe that's how you say his name. There's also a gentleman named Jesse, who I was in contact with, that's also coming through. They actually want to come to my studio, my home studio, and they want to see how I get down. They want to see how I work. They want to see how I use the Ableton Push and the software. And, you know, I don't know what they're going to do, you know. Maybe they'll give me a Push 3. Probably not. I hope they actually come through, because if they stand me up, then I'm gonna be looking like a liar, because I told some people. We'll see. All right?
Jack,
run it.
Track like.
All right, so they are at the gate. You know, they're coming into my apartment complex.
Hey, we're in, just looking for your place.
Okay, just first left, and then first right, and then you can park in one of the first parking spots you see. This is Kay.
Hi. Hey, how are you?
Good,
Jesse.
how are you? Hey, Jesse. Hi.
Good to meet you.
So
this is where all the videos happen. Cool.
Yeah, awesome. This is where all the videos happen. Where are you based out of?
Berlin?
Berlin?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you came to America just for this event? Or
They flew me in because they wanted me to be a judge.
yeah, cool.
But I was happy to using the excuse to also see great artists.
Awesome. So my channel is more about the creative process and where that comes from. That's basically where I start from with my concepts as far as creating content for YouTube. Some of my best videos are just, and you know, I'm not saying this because you're here, but it's actually from me using the Push.
What's your musical background? Like, where did you start and how'd you get into it from the beginning?
Well, I started rapping when I was 14, so I'm an artist first. When I was about 19, I wanted to actually record music, and I couldn't afford any beats. So I started figuring out how to make beats, and the first thing I started on was Reason and Sonar. My friend, he rented out an apartment just so I can make beats in it, you know, just so I can make productions. So that's how I learned how to make music, you know, just recording, making beats and recording everybody else and recording myself. I was aware of Ableton back then, but I wasn't sure how to use it because of you guys have a totally different design. I couldn't wrap my head around it at first. So I started using Logic after that. I would have Ableton on my computer, and I was just like, you know, mess with it every once in a while, because I was still like flirting with it, you know, kind of, you know, in a way. Then I switched to Machine, and Machine was good. It was the Machine Micro. That was cool for a while, and then I got the Machine Studio because I needed more controls and everything. What I didn't like about Machine was the way the arrangement worked, and I really wanted to have something like Ableton because I kept going back to Ableton, and then I realized, like, why am I not just using Ableton? Because it was easy to like arrange everything, and I was really quick. So I bought the Push 1, I ordered it, and as it was coming, Push 2 came out. And I told them, like, take that back. I told the UPS turn around. And so I wanted the Push 2. So I had Push 2 since it first came out. I incorporate native instruments as well. I definitely use the keyboard and Push together, you know, as far as the sounds that I'm using. I use Complete a lot, you know. One of my favorite things about Ableton is the drums, the drum rack. You know, I love the flexibility and everything with the drum rack. So, and one of my favorite things about the push is the ability to do melodies that I wouldn't normally do. I wouldn't have, because the way it's laid out, my fingers can go all over the place and everything's in key.
So the YouTubing is happening on 2 days out of 7.
Yeah.
And the other days, you do a lot of work with individual people, right?
I work with other producers and artists as well. Right now I'm working on creating music for myself. I'm an artist as well, so I like to release music. Tons of music on TV, keeping up the Kardashians and stuff like that. I have like 50, 60 placements on TV, and I've done it all with the push.
Hey, dumb question. A placement on TV means the music existed and then it was used. It's not like the music was made for the show.
It was made to be in a library for shows, but they pick the beats and then they put it in the background of whatever scene.
Is that a hustle to keep up with the TV people and all that stuff?
It's challenging because you have to be a bit of a chameleon. I remember they was looking for Greek music with a hip hop flair or something like that. It was just like what, So
I think the only one I did was I did a rockabilly metal song for Subway, and that was $500. I was happy, but yeah, it was like I have to learn how to play rockabilly to do this.
Yeah. You have to like learn different styles of music in order to actually create. Whatever the brief is. So right now, I'm working on trying to get placements with artists, that have a huge following.
Do you have is it hard for you to give up a beat for sync licensing when do you have beats that you're like, this one I want to be for mine, or this is an artist?
It used to be, but the way that I make it's different, like when I'm creating for an artist or creating for myself, it's more of a stripped down beat, so I can leave room for the vocals.
So what are you using samples at all, or are you using mostly virtual instruments and stuff like that when you...
I'm using virtual instruments mostly. I like to actually, I use samples too, though, it depends. If there's like live instruments that I can use, like live guitars or, loops like that, then I may use that, or percussion is one of the main loops that I would use. And my favorite thing about Ableton, of course, is the time stretching and the warping, and the ability to...
He wrote that.
You wrote that? That's amazing. But it's crazy that you decided, hey, none of this software fits what I want to do, so I'm gonna make my own.
How these things go.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your whole setup here, and you say you've also a template that you're working off?
Yeah.
Is that what we see here? So this is like how you literally would start.
Yeah,
a blank slate that's the blank slate.
This is the blank slate. So
and you got an Apogee set up here, is that right?
Yeah, Apogee element right here.
Oh, cool. Quantize about 50%?
Yeah, I quantize about 50.
Are there pain points you have with Push, like when you're doing this stuff?
Yeah, there's certain things. The way the buttons are, they're kind of spread out kind of far, so I kind of gotta reach a little more. But
which ones would you like to see closer together?
The quantize and the delete and the undo is like way up here. So when I have to undo, I kind of go. I know it's like it's a minimal amount of time to do that, but
yeah, little ergonomics. Yep.
Yeah. And I got drums already here set up, but I use this thing called Kit Maker. Kit Maker changes all of my my machine drums into drum racks.
That's sweet. So you just to go back for a second, you're using that kit maker because you like the sound of the machine drums.
Right. The machine drums, they come already. They sound solid. And what's crazy is I used to think that the pads were too small, but I actually like the size of them. Yeah, so we start with that. That's one thing I love that you have.
What's that?
The what do you call it when you play something and then you're able to
Capture.
Capture, yeah. So I use the capture a lot.
Do you know the trick to do it on push?
I learned it, but I forgot it. What was it again?
So it's hold record and press new, and then that'll.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Capture didn't exist when we made push, so unfortunately there's no button for it.
So let me, that's worth y'all coming here. Just that one little piece of information. I like to get the melody, play with the melody a little bit, so I throw halftime on it. If y'all had some type of halftime, gross beat type thing, that would be amazing.
Well, you're trying to slow down to halftime the clip there.
I'm trying to change the beat, the melody into like make it more dynamic, make it more. It has like lower tones and higher tones now, so I'll use a mix to kind of like I don't know, make it more interesting. You know? Get to add some drums. This is a great tool. I used to use Simpler to do my 808s. Now I use this thing called Sublab. Because everything is just already ready for, and it's designed for 808s and subs.
What is it? I didn't get it. This is not a sample-based thing?
Yeah, it's a sample-based 808. It's sample and synth, so it has the sampler. It has a synth. Then they have a little glide thing down here too.
You could do something like this with a rack, but it wouldn't look as nice or as like integrated as all this, I think. Yeah.
Right. It's already just done for you. With Ableton 11, y'all made it much easier to glide the 808s, and
How did we do that? Everybody's got the decap stuff.
Yeah, decap's awesome.
Are you like, where did you learn music theory and stuff like this?
I just kind of taught myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I taught myself. I just and then actually Push helped me pay attention more to it, and also the complete keyboard. Because I would play by ear mostly. Yeah, that's basically how I would get that stuff down, and I'll start arranging in that mode.
So we get 25% each from this beat, right?
Definitely, as long as I get free updates for life.
Okay, cool. You've really had to get to know the filming world too, I guess.
Yeah, I went to school for film.
Oh, okay.
My goal is to be like a one-stop shop for artists, to where I can, do the beat, I can help them with the songwriting, help them record, mix, master, and then also do the music video.
Why don't you tell me some of your wishes for Push?
For Push, I would love that if it was a smaller version. I don't know how you would do that with all them pads, but also making it bright enough when it's just running on the bus power, so it doesn't have to plug in. Basically, making it more portable is one of my wishes. Also,
why do you want it more portable?
So I can just take it anywhere and take it to different studios and everything like that. Because when I have to bring my Push, it's very wide to put. It's hard to put it in a bag. But also when I get there, I need a plug. I need to be able to plug it in somewhere. Because it could run off bus power, but it's very dark. The buttons sometimes I like the buttons, but they can be, you got to kind of press down on them. They're flat. So if the buttons were a little more raised, that would be cool. I like the way that those buttons are. They're very clickable, and they're raised up, very easy to use.
Can I take you back to what your wishes are? So you want something portable. Do you have any idea what you might take away? Like, do you only use part of the pads, or could you live with less pads or something like that?
I could live with less pads. I could live without the step sequencer. I don't use it as much. I know some people probably love it, and use it a lot, but I don't make it like that because I like the human feel. Even though I quantize it 50%.
And you use repeat for like the trap hi-hats.
Yeah, I use that for the trap hi-hats. Another thing, being able to somehow arrange from here would be great. For me, Push is an instrument to be used with a mouse as well. If it was more hands-on to where I didn't have to touch the mouse at all, that would be cool. It's something about having a device and really connecting with that device rather than touching the computer. It really gives you an instrument feel, like this is the thing that I'm using to express myself. Everything is muscle memory. I don't have to think about like dragging and dropping and doing all of that stuff.